Greetings to our listeners. Today we will share the story of a woman who had an affair with her mentally ill brother-in-law. Join us as our main character shares her story. Hello, I am a 37-year-old dark and curvy woman. I have been married for 6 years. I would like to tell about my affair with my disabled brother-in-law. I've been keeping this secret for many years as I'm haunted by the feeling of guilt. My affair started 2 years ago when my husband and I went on vacation to his parents' village. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law and my mentally disabled brother-in-law, who is younger than my husband, had made preparations for our upcoming visit. They showered us with care and hospitality. My brother-in-law was particularly keen on our visit and on meeting me. Frankly, I really liked this attention and was flattered. We had dinner and started chatting. My husband and I were exhausted after a long travel. We excused ourselves and went to bed. I woke up early in the morning as the air was fresh. Looking out of the window, I saw my brother-in-law taking animals to the river. I put on my clothes and went out. My mother-in-law had milked the cows and was now boiling the milk. Seeing me, she said excitingly, "Good morning, my beautiful sister-in-law. You woke up early today." My mother-in-law told me that they were experiencing some difficulties. When I inquired about those problems, she told me, "We are getting older. You and my son don't visit us much. We are stuck in this village. You know Eric's situation. He has mental problems. Doctors have not been able to help him. Animal breeding is our only source of income. We are old, we can't take care of them anymore. All Eric can do is take animals to river. That's it. Come on, let's pour some tea and have breakfast." We went down to the garden. Nothing is as delicious as eating fresh tomatoes and cucumbers. I liked it very much. In the evening I felt energetic due to organic food I had been consuming all day. Fresh air and organic food had an effect of an aphrodisiac on me. I felt aroused. My husband and I were together that night. I woke up fresh the next morning. I went to the bathroom to take a shower. It was a makeshift bathroom that used to be a kitchen in the past. Good thing there were instantaneous water heaters. I didn't have to heat the water. I hurriedly took a shower. A few minutes later, I felt like I saw a shadow. I looked around but couldn't see anything. Who could this be? I thought to myself and continued taking shower. I dressed quickly and went to the bedroom. But I heard some noises from the bathroom. I was curious. I looked through the window and saw that my brother-in-law Eric was coming out from behind the bathroom. I was confused. Turns out, he had been watching me secretly. How could he do that? I went to the bathroom in the afternoon to check the area. There was a finger-wide gap on the door. I had no doubts anymore. My brother-in-law had stalked me. I was annoyed. I didn't know what to do next. My brother-in-law was a 24-year-old young man. He had mental problems. So I wasn't angry with him and didn't say anything to anyone. A few days had passed and Eric's attitude towards me had changed. I didn't know what to do. What could I say? After all, he was almost insane. It was night. Everyone was asleep. I couldn't fall asleep. My husband was snoring already. Suddenly, I heard the door squeak. I looked through the window and saw Eric heading to the bathroom. I kept looking at him, wondering what that crazy man was doing there at such late hour. The feeling of curiosity overtook me. In retrospect, I regret my decision to follow him. Slowly, I went out after him. When I looked through the gap in the fence, I saw Eric touching himself. I wanted to leave. I even took a few steps back. But I changed my mind and went back to watch more of him. The following days, I was preoccupied by thoughts about Eric. I was almost obsessed with him. On Wednesday afternoon, we received a phone call. My husband picked up the phone and spoke worriedly. "How did this happen?" "We are coming right away," he said over the phone. Then my husband told us that his uncle had an accident while working with a tractor in the field. The tractor had overturned and he was stuck under it. His condition was severe and blood was needed for his operation. My husband told his parents to get ready. He told me there was no need for Eric and me to join them. "You are staying at home. I will inform you about the developments," he said. They got in the car and left. It was 11 o'clock in the evening. I still hadn't heard from them. I was nervous. The phone rang. It was my husband. He told me they wouldn't be able to arrive that night as his uncle's condition was grave. "When will you come back?" I asked. My husband said he wasn't sure and told me not to wait for him. He said he was not in the position to talk anymore. We ended our phone conversation. Eric was lying on the sofa watching TV. He had no idea about what was going on. He turned to me and asked, "Aren't my parents coming?" I said no. He continued watching the movie without speaking. I was sitting on the sofa, thinking. It was quite late. I suggested that he went to bed and slept. Without saying a word, he got up and went to bed. I was laying on the sofa in front of him. I couldn't sleep and kept staring at him. I was filled with mixed emotions. Suddenly, I saw Eric looking at me too. I looked away. Then I saw him touching himself. "Eric, what are you doing?" "Get your hand out of there," I exclaimed. He immediately took his hand away and looked away. Then, I felt sorry for yelling at him and started talking to him to make up for it. He was giving short answers and looking away from me. "Eric, I need to talk to you about something." "What is it?" He asked and looked at me. I asked him why he was not getting married. "My father says it's early for me to get married," he said. "It's not early, your age is just right for marriage. You need to get married," I told him. "My father says no one will want to marry me," he went on saying. Then he looked away again. "I saw you behind the bathroom the other day," I went on telling him. "You are lying," Eric said and suddenly sat up. I was terrified for a moment, thinking he would harm me. "No, I'm not lying," he continued denying. "But I saw you," I said. "I won't tell anyone about it. But I will ask something from you in return. If you do this, I won't tell anyone, otherwise I will tell your brother and father," I said while also feeling nervous. I could hardly breathe. "Let's get you some clean laundry," I told him as I went to the closet and took out an outfit for him. "Come on, take a bath." "Let me wash you," I said. We went into the bathroom. As I washed Eric, he got hard. I had never cheated on my husband before. I asked him why he was hard. "I don't know. The same thing happens when my mother helps me take a bath," Eric said. "I don't know," he went on saying. "Eric, if I teach you something, would you tell anyone?" I asked. "No, I won't tell anyone," he said. "But if you share our secret with anyone, I will tell your father what you did and I will inform the police and they will put you in prison," I threatened him. "I swear, "I won't tell anyone," he assured me. After he took the shower, I helped him dry himself. Then I locked the door and we were together. It was an incredible experience. It was crazy. He wouldn't get tired. It lasted exactly 2 hours. It never happened again. Maybe we will repeat it someday if the opportunity arises.